plant is Carex Evergold, and it is it's an evergreen, low-growing perennial grass that I use a lot, as you see here. See how we've got this seat wall, and behind it are some taller plants. I really like using this because of the texture. You can see how it moves in the wind. It's got this finer grassy texture, but also it has a really interesting variegated leaf. It's a yellow spine down the middle with dark green on the outsides, and I don't know, I just like that as a texture break as well as a contrast. And I also get year-round interest out of this. This is January. We've had a lot of frost this year, and most of the grasses you see around are brown and dead for the winter, whereas this one carries on as if nothing's going on. In terms of hardiness, I'm not really sure about this one. We get in the 20s regularly, and I've never seen a problem with this grass at that temperature range. I'm not sure just how low it will go. And certainly we get very hot here. I will say, if you're in a hot area like we are, I like to avoid the hottest part of the day for the sun, because it gets in the 90s here and sometimes the hundreds during the summer, and we have low humidity as well. So I will tend to use this on east and north sides of areas where it's not getting the hottest part of the day. And I think that's going to have it looking its best. I've had a group of these for about 8 years at my house, and in terms of maintenance, I'd say every 2 to 3 years, cut them about down to a couple of inches and let them grow back out of that, so that because what can happen is some of these tips here, they can turn a little brown and ratty looking, just like hair, and after some time it just doesn't look as fresh as you'd want it to. So I'd say come back in and trim that and push some new growth in the spring when frost is gone, and they'll push right back out of that, especially if you give them a little nitrogen. Size-wise, these are about 18 inches across and probably 9 to 12 inches high. Because they weep over the way you see there, they don't get really tall. I've never really seen these more than 16, 18 inches tall, but typically they're less than 12. And again, these look like they're planted 12 to 14 inches on center. That way we get a quick infill. The plant doesn't mind being that close, and we're less likely to have a maintenance person think that they should be individual plants. I wanted a nice natural looking clump here, so that's why we spaced them as tight as we did. And I think that's it. Oh, and grasses, generally the deer leave these alone. I have used these in deer areas and they were left alone, so they're pretty safe bet in deer areas. As with anything, see what happens before you go buying 50 of them, but we've had pretty good luck with these in deer areas. And that's Carex Evergold.